Have you ever wondered how difficult it is to live up to the hype of massive expectations?
LeBron James is the best high school basketball player I have ever seen.
LeBron James lived out a career being known as the chosen one at 16 years old. Bryce James, his youngest son, has hit that age too, now dealing with the expectations of being the child of LeBron James. We'll dive headfirst into their lives in LeBron versus Bryce James at age 16. LeBron grew up in Akron, Ohio, with very little expectations. His father left him at a young age and was later killed when he was just 8 years old.
Your mom raised you pretty much by herself. Was a teenage mother, unmarried. First of all, do you know your biological father's whereabouts?
Never met my father. So right then and there, I already knew it was going to be some type of struggle.
His mother did her best, but her and LeBron constantly moved. This left a lot of instability in his life.
I never complain. Never. We're already going through tough times. It doesn't make it any better if I'm complaining. Mother said it was time to go. Packed my little book bag and it was time to roll.
LeBron would move in with a family friend. During this time, he started to find stability on the football field and the basketball court. James would play recreational basketball and move up to AAU. While LeBron was a 14-year-old freshman, he would meet a young reporter named Brian Windhurst. This reporter had attended LeBron's high school at St. Vincent and St. Mary's. Windhurst would help nudge the LeBron hype train and use the connection to get his current job at ESPN.
I was just really lucky to meet LeBron James when he was 14 years old. That helped a lot.
As a 6'2 freshman, LeBron made huge waves, averaging 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, while shooting 52% from the field and 32% from three. He would take the team to an undefeated 27-0 season and a state championship. As a sophomore, he would up his numbers to 26 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists on 58% shooting and 39% from three. These numbers were good enough to make him the first ever sophomore to win Mr. Ohio as the best player from the state, as well as first team All-American en route to another state championship. During the season, LeBron started to draw more attention from scouts and fans. His high school even moved some of his games to the University of Akron to help more fans watch. LeBron would turn 16 halfway through this season.
Over 6,000 people packed the University of Akron's Jar Arena on recent Sunday afternoon to witness what many basketball observers believe is the best prep school player in the state.
After the season, the hype train officially left the station. LeBron would land magazine covers including Slam and Sports Illustrated. By this time, he had grown to 6'7", leaving scouts drooling, even gaining the moniker The Chosen One. Legendary shoe agent Sonny Vaccaro, who first signed deals with Jordan, Kobe, and Tracy McGrady, had this to say.
Don't you understand? I just saw the greatest high school player I ever saw in my life.
Former player Rex Chapman recalls one of the biggest stories that was rumored throughout the country at the time.
Danny Ainge was, he was doing TV stuff, but he was watching players also. And I asked him if there was anybody out there. This was 2000, 2001. He said, there's a kid named LeBron James in Akron, Ohio, that right now, I think LeBron was a junior in high school, that right now I would trade everyone in the league for, with the exception of Kobe.
He's Akron's #1 attraction.
When I go out on the floor, I play like it's my last game because it might be my last game, you know? So I got to give it my 110%, and I want to help my team get the victory, and I please the crowd a little bit just so they can keep coming back.
LeBron's junior year, he was 16 for the first half of the season. He averaged 28 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists on 56% shooting and 34% from three, becoming the first junior to win Gatorade Player of the Year before losing in the state championship after moving up a division. Bryce James is LeBron's youngest son. His life circumstances are drastically different than his father's. The most obvious way is just having his father there to mentor and coach him. Along with LeBron, his mom, older brother, and younger sister helped mold him as well. Although LeBron moved from couch to couch as a child, Bryce has moved from mansion to mansion, from Miami to Ohio to Beverly Hills. And whereas LeBron was an only child and had no protection from the world, Bryce has in many ways been sheltered from the most severe scrutiny growing up, because that spotlight has been on his older brother, Bronny James. The constant attention on his brother has helped Bryce coast under the radar and develop at his own pace. James played his freshman and sophomore seasons with his older brother Bronny James in Chatsworth, California at Sierra Canyon High School. Playing on a star-studded Sierra Canyon team, Bryce didn't rack up major statistics early in his high school career. As a freshman, he played on junior varsity. As a sophomore, he averaged 3.8 points per game in 12 varsity appearances, which included a 21-point outburst. In his AAU teams, he averaged 8.3 points, 2.8 rebounds, while chipping in 1 assist and half a steal and half a block per contest in 4 games at the Nike EYBL Peach Jam. He also averaged 7.5 points, 3 rebounds, 1.4 assists in 13 regular season games in the Nike EYBL regular season. When dissecting Bryce's playing style, scouting director Adam Finkelstein from 24/7 Sports had this to say: Bryce needs to be given time and space to run his own race though. He may not be the dynamic athlete or playmaker some expect at first, but he is a fundamentally sound player with solid perimeter size and a good early skill set. He possesses clear shooting potential with naturally soft touch, compact release, and the ability to make both threes and pull-ups. His left hand is advanced for his age, and he also has good early understanding of the game. Physically, he has a solid build for an underclassman, but is still growing into his body a bit and so far from a finished product. Going into his junior season, Bryce participated in some drama, switching to Campbell Hall for summer basketball, then pivoting to powerhouse Notre Dame in Sherman Oaks. But if James remained at Notre Dame, he faced sitting out half the season due to eligibility rules. After a short period in classes there, he opted to return to Sierra Canyon, where he could play immediately. Back to familiar confines, he is playing his junior season alongside Scottie Pippen's son and a large amount of other top recruits. This has hurt his overall playing time. Coming off the bench, Bryce is averaging 7.4 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 2 assists a game, and helping the team to a 24-2 record. Bryce, like his dad, is incredibly tall, listed at 6'6" already. His older brother Bronny is listed at only 6'2". Given his father's track record, many scouting outlets have Bryce as a 4-star recruit. On3 recruiting page has him listed as the 75th best ranked player nationally, while other outlets have him averaged around the 129th ranked player. 2 schools, including Ohio State and Duquesne, have offered scholarships similar to what they offered Bronny when he was at this age. Bryce, however, has not got a ton of other offers that big-name recruits usually have received by now. Bryce has received one thing his father has not: an NIL deal with Clutch Sports, with NIL valuators putting his valuation at $1.2 million and at the top of the list for high school athletes. While it is clear Bryce has game, it is nowhere near the insane ability LeBron possessed at this age. With this wealth, support, and opportunity in all pursuits, Bryce has many options and interests he could pursue. It doesn't appear basketball is his only sanctuary that it was for his father LeBron. Only time will tell how this story unfolds.